we might say. Herod stood up. John the Baptist stood up against Herod for his faith. He had the courage to stand. Went to Webster, looked up the word courage. It's a mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, or withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. First part is the part that really counts, and it's the mental and moral strength to stand. To stand against those that are against us. And in our context, to stand against those who are challenging the Word of God and our faith. In the world, we talk about courage in a variety of ways. It can be the courage of the fireman that's up here, the courage of the men that are rescuing somebody, the courage that it takes just to go down a mountain with hanging on a rope like that one picture shows. All kinds of courage that we have in the world. But that type of courage is secondary when it comes to the courage to stand for Christ. To be willing to stand up against the world and to let the world know that we are faithful to Christ. I don't know about you, but I thought at times about how I would react if somebody was threatening my physical well-being for being a faithful servant of Christ. I saw a movie years ago where somebody was being tortured, and a guy took a drill and drilled into the fellow's knee. I think about this because my knee hurts every now and then with the surgery I had a while back. And you know, you think about that, my body just cringes when I think about that. I thought, man, I'd do anything. You say, wait a minute, I don't want to do anything to keep that from happening. I want to have the courage to stand. And yet, you know, the chances of that happening to me are pretty slim. They're almost non-existent. And you know, sometimes it's more difficult for us to stand against the easy temptations than it is the hard ones. It's more difficult for us to stand against the small things that come along. And I've used this every now and then with the idea of saying, you know, do you feel the water getting stronger? And I think I got ahead of myself, Tony, so don't worry about it. We'll get there in a minute. But we need to be strong in our commitment to stand. In 1 Corinthians 16, 13, Paul said, be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be men of courage. Be strong. And then in Ephesians, the 6th chapter, the 13th verse, he said, therefore put on the whole armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you've done everything, to stand. That idea of standing, and as I did searches for scriptures for this, I found numerous scriptures where Paul or Jesus or others talked about the idea of standing firm. As I said just a moment ago, remember the frog. Do we feel the water getting hotter? Do we feel the world creeping in on us? And our refusal to stand against the easy things. Because like the man in the barber shop who said, I'll not stand up for Jesus. The guy who cut my hair, I'll be out of here. I don't have to worry about him. If I decide I want to, I'll go to another barber next time and I'll put up with his rants. Instead of saying, wait a minute, you're attacking my God, and I need to defend him. Now, eventually, as the story went, he did. But he didn't at the beginning. Do we feel that water getting hotter around us? The question is, what kind of worshiping are we actually doing? Let's watch a video here for just a second.